So we're just getting started. Had a little late start this morning. My batteries were completely drained out on the truck. So I'm about an hour late, but it's no catastrophic amount, just some snow drift, so it's okay for this time. And about 10 minutes before we reach the start of the route. So this part is already been plowed by another truck. So I think we have only like not even half an inch on the road, but we're going to take care of some snow drifts. We're about 5 minutes before we're at the start of my route. We have experienced some really cold weather again. Close to minus 30 degrees. I think it's about 22 Celsius maybe. Something like that. Minus 22 Celsius, that is. No, Fahrenheit, sorry. Minus 13 Celsius. I think it's about 21 Fahrenheit. Not 100% sure. Something like that. Left before we're at the start. About minus 14 degrees right now. Ja, precis. Det var lite segstartat. En timme sen jag var utan ström i lastbilen. Det var lite stök, men det löste sig. Jag ringde in en annan plogbil som fick hjälpa mig. Just over the bridge, then we're at the beginning. can see the other plow truck. There were some lights in the distance. That's the guy who helped me. Someone was there. Plow down. No, not yet. After this pull out. Plow down. Nu är jag igång. Tack för hjälpen. Ja, jag sa att nu är jag igång. Jag var utan ström.
Ja, jag vet ju det. Ja, det gick bra.
Jo. Jag kopplar över på det andra och lika möjligt. Nej, det var väl jag drev på. Så det är ju knappt någon på storvägarna alls. Jag vet inte om du har någon drevsträcka. Ja, det är väl där det är nog då. Storvägarna är väl i princip ren. Ja, precis. Och nej, men jag kommer igång. Det har varit kallt. All hydraulolja är jättekall så plogarna går jättelångsamt. Jag får köra en bit sen och vakna till liv. As I said, it has been really cold weather, so all the fluids is really cold. So careful in the beginning. I don't want to blow a hydraulic line or anything like that. So the plows are barely moving. But the engine is up to operating temp right now, so almost operating temp. So the hydraulic fluid will soon be up to temp also. Then we will have some speed in the plows. Right now they are really slow. There are some spots on this road with bad reception on the cell phone, but if I times out it, I will be back in a couple of seconds. And today we will do the big roads first, go into the city and stuff like that, so we can clean those roads before the rush hour traffic. Hello and good morning. So this first piece, I don't know how many of you have followed me before on all my videos, but the first piece here is about 20 kilometers long. 18 I think to be exact. And in the summer it's a gravel road. But it's a lot of traffic on it, so. We're going 45 kilometers per hour. In northern Sweden it's minus 13 degrees. And what's that? Close to 0 Fahrenheit maybe. I'm so bad at translating those, but minus 17 is 0 Fahrenheit, right? No? Yes? I think so. It's minus 13 Celsius. So we have, just come out of a really cold period, minus 40, minus 44, 1.5 weeks ago, and this beginning of this week it was 30. Minus 30, 35 on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday it started to warm up a little. But I haven't used the truck since last Saturday, so it was really cold, even though it was plugged in on the block heater. It was still really cold. But now we are running. Now we're operating temp and the plows are starting to move. The hydraulic fluid is starting to get up to temp. All is good for now. As you can see, they have right. My real surname, that's the last name, I guess. My name is Eric, and my last name is Nilsson. So yes, you can ask that. You see the snowbanks are really low, and for each plow stick there's a little bump. That's because they have pushed the snowbank out in the ditch, so it doesn't get too high. So there you have a stick, and here you have one. They are it's missing a bunch of them. So at the end of this month I will go and replace a lot of the plow sticks that have been removed for some curious reasons. Här, 13 minus utanför Piteå. So the snowbanks are really low, and that's a good thing because it's easy to get rid of the snow. It's a bad thing because it's harder to see the edge of the road, because these wooden poles are no good. They are not reflective at all. You can barely see them, and when the weather is bad, that's when you trash the side sticks or poles or whatever you want to call it. Side stick, that's an airplane term, but you know what I mean. Plow sticks. I have high vis jacket. I'm wearing it right now, but I'm gonna take it off when the cab is up to temp. And high vis pants, but I'm not wearing them right now. When I go out in the middle of the night, I like to wear some soft pants, really. But I have the high vis pants in the truck, so if something happens and I have to go outside, I'm putting them on. But I'm wearing the jacket. I'm going to remove it when I'm coming to the next crossing. Because I'm driving a 2011 Scania R560, old one. but it's nice. It's working really good. The only downside with this big block V8 engines, they take forever to come up to temp. There's nothing wrong with the temp. You can drive it in minus 40, and it's still warm in the cab, but it takes forever to get there. But once you're there, it's really warm and nice and warm. So the first 20 minutes of the route I'm wearing it, and then I'm removing it and just be in a t-shirt for the rest of the route. If I don't have to go outside, that is. Yes, I had an FMX Volvo 2012, but I'm not. It's sold now. But I had that, and I liked it. It's a small one. It's a smaller one than this. This is a big truck, and it rides really nice. It's full air suspension and stuff like that. But the little one was leaf spring suspended. And much smaller engine, lighter truck, and only with one driven axle. So this is a tandem truck. So the smaller one is a go-kart in compared to this. This is a really big truck, and it's pushing the snow like crazy, and it's never lacking power. But a smaller one, I like that also. When you're doing crossings and roundabouts, and when it's narrow, it's so nice. This one doesn't like narrow spaces when you're turning, because it's much bigger. I think it's 4 tons heavier than mine, or even more. 4 tons heavier than the old one. Det är kallare neråt. Ni har väl fått mer snö också på slutet. The FMX wasn't. It's not my truck. It's my boss's truck. So I don't own the FMX, and I don't own this one. But I am the only one driving it. And in the winter time, I have it at home and care for it and servicing it. So it wasn't my decision to sell the other one, but it's sold. We had 2 actually. Now we have this plow truck. We have a black 2015 R500, and we have one more Volvo, but it's not used as a plow truck anymore. So this is the only one with grader blade, and it's used as a real plow truck right now. I think we had 8 plow trucks in the winter time. Yes. Now we're only 1, and one spare truck that is only if this breaks down. Our first car heading for work. You have a really big sawmill at the end of this, where I started. It's a big sawmill, so a lot of people work there, going this road in the morning. Let's slow down. Don't want any accidents this time. So, old Volvo S60. No, this is I'm the only one plowing these roads. I have been here and plowing these roads for 10 years. But 1 year, 2019, I was on another road, the 373. Because they couldn't get anyone who wanted to plow that road. I had that for 1 year. But I'm living too far away from it, so it takes a lot of time before I get to go. Now we have Amanda plowing these roads, those roads. She is doing lives from time to time also on TikTok. I've been on this road for 9 years, but in the area for 10. You can see at the edge of the screen there's only snow right on the edge. You can see the snow is flying there. Yes, I have a spreader. It's not connected right now. We have one. It's like a really little wagon, and you put sand on your bed and you're dropping sand when it's necessary, but never when I plow. We don't use salt on our roads here. We only have 2 roads with salt. The main road to the south and one more. That's the only roads that gets salt. Otherwise it's just sand. That's why the roads are white and nice and not slushy and full of salt that destroys your car. So I really like that I have taken the decision to not salt the roads, and it's working really good. Here we have snowdrifts to the left, but it's 4 hours before I get there. No, it's about, let me think, I have 280 kilometers to the Nordic border. I have 160 kilometers to the Finnish border. I think 160. 180 maybe. So I live in Piteå. It's 900 kilometers north of our capital, Stockholm. So I live close to the coast. We are almost at the coast now, but in the north parts. So that's why it's a bit to the Norwegian border. as far as east you can come in this region. And I have, I think, 140 kilometers to the Arctic Circle. I have not, but it's been really close. Now I'm removing my jacket. I have been really close hitting a reindeer. So, but I haven't. I hit the big moose with a car, a friend's car. I borrowed it, and he has had it for 6 days. Luckily, it was fully covered, by insurance, but still. He bought the car. We went to work, and I needed to go home quick. And he said, "Oh, take my car, then doesn't need to drive the truck back home." Okay, thank you. And then I left, and I got 60 kilometers, and I hit the moose that ran up on the road and totally destroys his 6 day old car. But no harm. He got a new one. So. It had no horns. When is the antlers? I mean, when is the male moose losing their antlers? It was a big one, but I don't remember if it was a cow or a bull. It had no antlers. If you call that on reindeers, they call antlers. It's the same on a moose. You know what I mean. It was a funny story and all of that, because yeah, maybe it was a funny story because I had a colleague with me in the car, and he came running, charging through the forest up on the road, and I never had a chance to even brake, and it hit the right A-post pillar in the car, so, and pushed it down and stuff like that. So, but it never completely died. I think it broke its neck, but it was laying on the road and wasn't completely dead. And a lot of cars just drove past, and then it stopped. A small female, a lady, and she just jumped out, opened the back of his car, and she was a hunter, so she had her knives with her in the car, and she just ended the life of the moose. And she's like, "Oh, it's better now," and then she left again. So she was the only one pulling over, and she could have been 20 maybe, but she was a hunter, so she killed it for me. But I have been really close. I have met dead wildlife on the road. There was a yeah, exactly. I have had dead wildlife laying on the road. It was a moose, I think. It was when I was working up in Gällivare, in the very north of Sweden, plowing. And it was in the middle of the night, and I just saw it lay on the road, probably hit by a car earlier. So I just slowed down and pushed it with the plow and the wing, and so it ended up in the ditch. But I was going really slow, so just moved it from the road. But I have a few close calls over the years, but never hit one with a truck. This is my biggest road. As you can see, there's almost no snow on it, except for the little bit in the middle and some small drifts. I think we'll come on bigger drifts in, but it's 2 hours away. But we have to clean this also. I haven't. A friend of mine had. A friend of mine had a snowmobile going in the ditch and probably didn't turn around and just turned left. It was on a small road and go right in front of the truck. They never hit it, but it was really close. But I have helped stuck snowmobiles on the forest roads. It was a couple of years ago. I came driving and he was alone and really stuck. So I just stopped the truck and helped him loose, and he was really grateful. If you ever have been really stuck with a snowmobile and your back is, there's no snow here, and your back is really hurting and aching, then you know you can't get out without a friend. And then I came and helped him. I think he said thank you like 20 times. He was okay. He was just really stuck. And so he wasn't injured. Just really tired. I think he had been there for like an hour when I drove past. It's so quick to get into situations. If you're driving an older sled, new sleds, you almost always get out. If you have a mountain sled, it's almost impossible to not get out by yourself. But if you're driving, let's say, a 90s sled and XLT or some old Summit or stuff like that, and you get stuck with one of those heavy ass snowmobiles, you can be out having the day of your life and then you just make it ice on that was the first time I was using the brake. There was ice on the discs, so I had to push really hard to stop. Truck, cars. Just have to wait so we can turn around here. This is the 373, the road's crossing here, the one I had earlier. (2019) I think it was. So forward. So this part we have to do twice because it's too wide to do in one sweep. Yes, it really is. I'm going quite slow, and with the plows down I would have stopped before the crossing anyway, but it's absolutely correct to keep your discs warm. Now they were really cold, but if I just let go, it slows down really fast when it plows down anyway. But you're absolutely right. The good thing with this truck, yes, we have a lot of logging trucks here. It's you see, northern Sweden is almost 100% forest, so a lot of logging trucks, and it can be quite difficult to pass. And if I came across a forest road, we're going on later this route, and they have started to loading, then I can't get past. Then we have to decide if it's not that much snow, I have to reverse back or I have to wait. It can take up to half an hour for them to load up the trucks, depending on how good and fast they are. But we have a lot of logging trucks here. We have two big sawmills. One where I live and another in the city. So I hear them on the radio almost every time you're out. That's a good thing when everybody's on the same frequency. You know, we can always talk to the logging trucks. They are really good to keep the radio on because they always want to know where the plow trucks are and other trucks are. If I haven't been late this morning, I could have done the smaller roads first. Just go here, do the smaller roads, and then go into the city and do those roads. But I'm in a little of a pinch to get it done on time. I have driven a logging truck, but only for like a week or two. Just wanted to try it out. I have always been. I started my career as a tanker truck driver. I was driving tanker truck for 2 years after I got my license. But then I got into gravel trucks and I liked that more. And then 2014 I got this contract plowing. So I took it and I've been here ever since. That's a good thing. I can have the truck at home and I'm gonna turn around and do the second sweep on the same road, do the edge. I can have the truck at home. I can be home with the kids when it doesn't snow, and my two daughters are playing hockey. My two daughters are playing hockey, so I want to support that and be home as much as I can and take them to practices and games. I was driving a fuel truck, gasoline and diesel, mostly diesel up to the big copper mines up north. So we were loading here in Piteå and then we go up to the north to the copper mines. and they are using enormous amounts of diesel. So it was for Hydro. I don't know where you live, but I don't know if you have heard of Hydro. It is a Norwegian company. It's bought by Statoil now, so it was Hydro diesel. Statoil is also from Norway, I think. So. Well, we don't have Hydro in Sweden anymore. So. In Sweden we have Shell, we have Statoil, and some other small Q8 and some other smaller companies selling diesel. Doing the pull out there. It's good to have the big roads cleaned and plowed and ready at just before 6 o'clock in the morning, because then when the night workers are getting home from the sawmill and the guys and ladies working day shift is clocking in. So, and I'm a little bit late to do that. It's 15 minutes past 5 in the morning, so but I think we can do it, and it's not that amount of snow, so. I'm working when it's snowing. I have morning, nights. I always, the only thing I do in the winter is doing the plowing and spreading sand. So morning, night. I was talking about the guys at the sawmill is going to work now, so that's why it's important to have the road cleaned this time in the morning at 6 o'clock, before 6 o'clock. Now we have a car behind us. But it's the only thing I do from October 1st to 1st of May. It's good to reach 160 hours a month. That's a full time, and it's really depends on the snow. It can be 200 hours in January if it's if the weather is bad. But last April I only got like 6 hours because it was sunny and nice for almost a month. So, but then you have worked overtime other months though. But 160 hours a month is full time in Sweden as a truck driver. Yeah, I think it's not that bad. It's I'm happy with it. We don't have to get into numbers, but I survive and I can save. So I like it. Yeah, of course you can get more if you go to other type of trucking maybe, or other jobs, but I live and I can feed my kids and take them to their ice hockey practices, and I can drive snowmobile in the winter and motorcycle in the summer, so it's completely fine. The only thing is the last year the fuel, the diesel fuel has been really expensive in Sweden. But now from the January 1st they lowered the price a lot, so I think the price went down with 4 Swedish crowns, and if you compare to last year, it's $1 cheaper for 1 liter of fuel, so it's a lot. Yes, I have snowmobiles at home, a lot of them. Older ones and newer ones. I have always driven Polaris. It's the only brand I buy if I buy a new one. But I have older ones. I have a 1971 Snowtrick. That's a Swedish brand. It's a double-tracked old snowmobile, 1971. And then I have an Ockelbo. It's also a Swedish brand, but it was sent overseas, some models. And then I have some old Lynx, and and then I have a Polaris Snow King Special 2018, the 156 model. That's my go-to when I go to the mountains with friends. And of course I would love a newer one, but this is working just fine. I don't know why I went to Polaris. My father had Polaris, and you know, you get stuck with it, so. Then I bought my first brand new 2009, and then now I have this 2017 that I bought used in 2019. But my absolute favorite snowmobile I have at home is a double-tracked 1989 Ockelbo 8000 with the 503 VR Rotax engine. I have a dirt bike, an old Suzuki 2001 250cc 2-stroke, and it runs really good for being that old. It haven't been ridden much, but I use it to get around in the cabin. And I have an 1992 Suzuki Intruder 1400. And when I get on longer trips in the summer, I have a friend that has a KTM Adventure 1190 that I'm using when I'm going on longer trips. So, and as you can see, I love the older iron. I always love that, and my oldest son is the same. He's the one driving the 71 snowmobile. I bought my first double track snowmobile 9 years ago, I think. And when he got old enough to have a decision, he also wanted a double track snowmobile. So then we bought that 71 a couple of years ago, and he really loves it. They are really easy to work on. So Husqvarna, yes, I have a friend that has a almost new Husqvarna 250 two-stroke with electric start actually. I think he's the only one riding Husqvarna. You can't say drive. I said drive in a video when I was talking motorcycles, and I got the viewers got really mad about that. You can't say drive on a motorcycle. You have to say ride. So he's the only one riding Husqvarna. Otherwise, my brother has Yamaha 450 4-stroke and Suzuki 2-strokes, and his sons is riding Suzukis as well. So now we have done this part. As you can see, the road is clean. So now we are gonna go into the city, or almost into the city, the outskirts of the city, to do some plowing. Yeah, my brother has a Yamaha, a 450 4-stroke. Yeah, I'm lying to you. My son has a 80cc Honda CR80, I think they are named. 80cc. I forgot about that. I have a Suzuki and he has a Honda. But there's a lot of engines in our family. We had a little bit of snow drifts in the other direction. Little snow on the road. No, there's hardly. So I have to let this car pass. I had a lot of cars behind me. Let's let them. No traffic jams. There are hardly any. You see, this is morning rush hour, 4 cars. So it's a lot more when you come closer to the in about an hour there's a lot more. But no, and this is the biggest city in the area we are heading to now, so, and it's not big. I think it's 35,000 people living here in this city, so it's a really small one compared to like our capital or Luleå, the next city. I think they are closer to 100,000, 90,000, something like that. But Sweden is quite small overall. I think it's like, let me think, 11 million people. It's 11 million people in total in Sweden, and half of Sweden, the north part, from the half of Sweden, if you go south, there is 10 million people, and if you instead go north from half of Sweden, it's 1 million people. It's a lot less people living in the north than in the south. And I like it. I can go out and be alone. The main reason that I got this Scania is because I was driving, I had the FMX, and then we needed to, and the FMX needed on other routes, and then I got a Mercedes Actros, an old one, and then I blew the engine on that one, and it wasn't really affordable to repair it, so and then the lady driving this one stopped plowing, so instead of buying me a new one, I got her old one, and it's completely fine. I have mostly plowed with Volvo up until I got this one. This is the first Scania. The biggest downside is its size. It's a little bit too big to use as a plow truck, and the gearbox is really slow on these ones. It's the Opticruise, the first generation Opticruise gearbox, and the Volvo is really fast compared to this one. And this is a tandem drive, and tandem drive is no good for plowing. So I always have to carry around a couple of tons on the bed to get traction when you have tandem drive. The best truck used for plowing, it's a 3-axle configuration with steering axle, and then a rear drivable axle, and then a axle you can lift. Yes, it's a sleeper cab, and all the trucks in Sweden is cab over engine type, so it's not like American truck. As you can see, not American truck style, it's cab over engine style with. But I have a bed behind the seats, so it's quite big. it's really, really, really snowy and snowstorm, you have to go and plow and plow and plow, and it's just driving, and you started to get tired after a couple of rounds. Then I don't go home, because I can't sleep during the day if the kids are home. It's impossible, as you understand. They are 11, 10 and 5, so then it's impossible to sleep. Then I will sleep in my truck. I have it made to sleep in, so I have a diesel heater I put on, and then I can sleep, and I sleep really, really well in this truck. It's a quite big bed, so it's a full-size bed. Then I have a refrigerator, yes, microwave, coffee machine and stuff like that, so I get around. It's an 11, so Scania, what's the model on this one? Is it the Highline maybe? Yeah, it's Scania 2011 Scania R560 2011. Yes, you can Google that. Or you can check my very first video on YouTube. Then I show this truck. Even though it's not with these plows on, it's still this truck. I think. I don't remember. Yes, it was. I think this is my fourth season in this truck. Air to go slow air, so it doesn't hit these curbs or safety island or whatever it's called. This is also a part we have to go twice because it's too wide to do in one sweep. Not this part is fine, but we have some turning lanes. I have accidentally hit one of these, and it's You don't want to do that. It's dead stop immediately, so. So let's not try that again. I can stand in the middle of the truck. I'm 186 centimeters tall, and I can stand in the middle without hitting the roof. So it's not the highest one, but it's high enough. I think this is a high line. Is this a high line? It's not a top line. No, it's not a top line. It's a high line. So Scania R560 high line. It's the model of the cab, a high line. Yes, I can stand up in the middle. But let's say that's quite normal, at least in Sweden. The FMX was a really low one, but I think this is considered as normal. Now I'm starting to have normal brakes as well. So. Maybe you can. Ours was with the smallest roof, but I think you are absolutely correct. The thing with the FMX is that it's not flat floor. It's a low cab, so you can't stand up in it, even with the highest roof, because it's a low cab. The FH is with a flat floor. Then you have the I liked it. It's a smaller truck, so it's easy to turn around when you plow and stuff like that. But I like this more because of its different things. The FMX was a lift with the leaf springs. This is fully air suspended, front axle, rear axle, and the cab is also air suspended, so it's really nice to drive. The FMX is also nice because it's a 100% better gravel truck than this. It's smaller and it's lighter, so you can take more gravel. It's with leaf springs and not air suspended cab, so it gets a little bumpy when the roads are rough. Now we're turning around. This is so close to the city I will come. We'll come here one more time when we're doing the second sweep on the road, because it's too wide to. I will say it's a maybe medium. Yeah, there is, but it's a strong truck. It's a really thick frame on it and stuff like that. So it's a durable truck. You can say maybe heavy duty on the road. It's not an off-road truck in any means, but it's tough built. This one is all 100% plastic, so in the front end, so it's almost every spring I have to change some plastic parts in the front end that's got hit by ice or something like that. I already have a crack in the front end plastic on this one due to flying ice when I plow. The FMX is the front end, the lower part of the front end is 100% metal. Yeah, absolutely a mixture. Because it's still a normal truck, it's not off-road in any means, but it's a strong truck that can handle rough roads and stuff like that. I had the one with a really small engine. I only have a 460 in that one, but it was chugging along. They have some similarities to the FMX, but I'm not that into Scania models. They have tracks that is also tougher for off-road or tough use, but XT, is there a model that's named XT maybe? Scania XT. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. Oh, I saw a rabbit there to the right. I can't see it. We're using a little bit thicker layer here. Put the grade the blade down, clean the middle of the road here. I'm only using the grader when it's necessary. And it's not so necessary, but no, I haven't. I actually I haven't. We have one S series. One, yes, one. We have one S series at work, but I haven't driven it. So I think this is, yeah, R series I have driven a lot, but never an S series. We have one, but I have never driven it. One thing, if I could choose, I would like on this one is the dynamic steering that Volvo is offering on their trucks, the electric servo. It's amazing, and I don't have it because I'm driving a Scania, and this is quite hard to steer when you're reversing or when you're going slow. So if I could choose, I will have this truck, the Volvo gearbox, and the Volvo dynamic steering option. Then I would be happy. Happy camper. But I can't have it all. I have a wooden steering wheel on this one. So or at least fake wood, but it looks like wood. Maybe it is. It depends. I don't need the F816 because I don't have the use for the 60-liter engine, or I have always. Everybody wants the most available power, but you know, it's if you have driven Volvo before I got this one, I have driven Scania just a few times, and then I was said, oh, Volvo is the absolute best truck, because when I got this, I was thinking, oh, it's so heavy and I can't sit good in it and stuff like that. But now I have driven this for 4 years, and then I was taking my old Volvo for service, I think, and then the exact same thought occurred to me. Oh, the Scania is so nice to drive compared to this. So at least for me, it's what you get used to. You know, when you're going into a brand new truck, you can't figure out the controls, you can't figure out where all the buttons are and stuff like that. When you need the diff lock button fast, you can't find it and stuff like that. And as you know, the Scania and the Volvo has the gear lever on different places when you're driving this OptiCruise or iShift. The Scania has it on the steering wheel, and the Volvo still has it on the floor, even though it's an automatic selection gearbox or a computer controlled manual, because it's not an automatic per se. It's still a manual gearbox, but with automatic clutch and gear shifting. So but I have never tried DAF or MAN or anything like that. Yeah, Volvo has a really nice interior. There is, I think the newer Scania has it as well, but what I hate in the new Volvos, the FH4 and the FH5, is the electric handbrake. I don't like it. I like that you can pull a lever and pull it down and you know it's engaged. And it's really easy to let go of it, and not the electric push button that that Volvo is having on their newer models. I don't like that. But otherwise the Volvo is really a really good truck. And this is an old one. It's a 2011, so I don't like it. I don't like the fact that you can't just let go of it. I like the lever on the older ones. You push it down and it goes, and then you have handbrake, and then you just jump in and you can just watch and look at it and see it's engaged and it's not engaged, or it's not engaged. Not the electric style. Some other people can have other opinions, but I like the old style one with the lever. I have it in this one. I have a Volvo S80 as my private car, the D3 diesel one, and it has also the electric handbrake as all newer Volvos have, and I really don't like it. No, I have never driven them with Allison, or have I? I don't. I have driven Volvos with fully automatic gearboxes, but I don't think it was Allison in that one. This style, the first generation Scania Opticruise, have a clutch, but you're only using it for start and stop. When you're changing direction. Once you get going, it's fully automatic mode. And that's quite funny. If it's the only one on the company that still has a clutch and it's still an automatic gearbox. So if I'm sick or if I'm on vacation and someone else is using my truck, when they come to crossings, they always forget the clutch, because it's the only truck in the company that still has a clutch. I had a colleague driven this. I was riding in the passenger seat because I was out of driving hours, and she took it back to the garage. And when we were heading out to the big road, she had to stop at a stop sign, and she had to brake into a stall because she couldn't understand why it didn't stop. She forgot to put the clutch down. And she's not the first or last one doing that mistake. I have never driven one. I have seen one. We have one here where I live, and I haven't driven it. Yeah, I guess it's the future. So, what should I say? If you are using it in an industrial area where you can charge when you have to, it's good. But I think it's really far away from you can use it as like a plow truck. I think it's many years before we're at that. I need mine to work at full capacity for at least 6 hours in heavy snow, and I don't think an electric truck can do that yet. And at least here in the North Sweden, we are not built to yeah, exactly. We have the one that is delivered to here in Luleå, the next town. It's used only within the city limits, and it's working fine there. Yeah, you're completely right. Then we have a fully 64-ton Scania electric going south from Piteå down to Skellefteå, the next big city, and it's 80 kilometers from here. It's a tanker truck, and it only goes this route from Piteå down to Skellefteå, and when it's unloading it's recharging, and then it goes back to Piteå, recharging while it's being loaded, and then go down again. And I think it's working. It's when it's really cold, it has to stop and charge in the middle, but it's otherwise I think it's working. They have had it for a year or so, I think. One 11-year-old boy and 2 girls, one 10-year-old and one 5-year-old, and both the girls are ice hockey players. The small one just started, and the bigger one is doing her 6th year, I think, and they really love it, both of them. So. Except plowing, the only thing I see is inside of different arenas around the area where we live. It's either practices or games every weekend. So tomorrow morning we have practice, and Sunday morning there is game. No pets. There's no time for pets. We have a cat. It's our neighbor's cat, but it comes to us from time to time, and she's totally fine with it. In the winter when it's cold, and or even in the summer as well. It stands outside our door and wants to come in, and we are allowed to let it in our house. Then it spends the night with us, and then it goes home. We never give it food, so it spends the night on our sofa, and then it goes home and eats breakfast. And a couple of days later it comes back and sleeps with us in our house, and she's 100% fine with it. I talk to her. So we have a cat sometimes, but we don't have a cat. Yeah, it's quite busy, but I like it. And I really love ice hockey, so that both my girls are playing, I love it for as long as they want to. And if they want to stop playing when they get into their teens, there's nothing I can do about it. So. But as long as they want to play, I will support them. It's really narrow here. Just to go slow. So, we did the big roads. We managed to do it before the, it's 6 o'clock on the dot now, 6:04. So, but the big roads are done, so now everybody can go to their work safely. We have used snow blowers. I have not driven one, but I have been under one. In the city, when it gets a lot of snow, they use the snow blower at the edge of the road. Up in Gällivare where I worked before. And you blow the snow on the bed of the trucks and we drive it away. So I haven't driven it, but I have been working with one as a truck driver. And it's good if you are moving a lot of snow on a small area. It's not good to use. You couldn't use it on this. It's impossible. But to get rid of snow in the city, it's a good thing. Front end loaders. The Volvo, we almost 100% Volvo in the snow business. There is some cats also, but I would say 95% is Volvo. 4% cat and 1% Ljungby. A Swedish brand. Volvo is also Swedish, but everybody knows Volvo. Ljungby is a small company that makes really good wheel loaders. But I would say Volvo is the biggest brand on wheel loaders in Sweden. Cut is also big, Caterpillar is also big, but if you're in quarries and stuff like that, there's a lot of cats. In the copper mines they have the Cat 994s wheel loaders. No, no lever at all. The only lever we have is the cranes. It's lever, not wheel loaders. I think maybe I have seen one once, but no, I would say no. There is a couple of them, but they are really not so you can. They are really small in Sweden. Cranes, we have lever, but not wheel loaders or stuff like that. Yes, we have Komatsu, the big old the Le Torneo, Komatsu bought Le Torneo. So what is the name? Komatsu, the biggest Komatsu we have, and the mine trucks. The Cat 795 and the comparable Komatsu we have a couple of. And the articulated haulers like the Volvo A30, A40, A60 and the Caterpillar 730, 740 and some Komatsus as well, but it's mostly Volvo and some Cats. And it's the same in but in the excavators we have Hitachi and also Komatsu, some Liebherr, but not that many. Volvo, of course. I would say Volvo is the biggest construction equipment brand, closely followed by Cat. I can be wrong, but that's my opinion. There is bears, but it's not many. I have seen one or two in my entire life. I think two. Yes, two. One cub that has got lost from its mom and has made its way into the village where I live. So it was in the center of the village, but it has lost its mama. So I think they put it down because they couldn't find the mama. And a big one crossing the road right in front where I was standing, 100 meters away. It crossed the road and was standing on its back legs and watching me, and then walked into the forest. But there is bears, but not that many. You never sees them. Yeah. They are honking at me because I'm in the crossing, and they are in the hurry to get to work. Crossing the railroad, slow. I don't think we have black bears here. We don't have black bears here at all. We have only brown bear. We don't have black bear at all. I'm 99.9% sure. Now I'll show you something that I was talking about that is on the minus side of and it's so with these longer trucks and heavier. There's it's a speed, not a speed bump, but it's a speed obstacle to keep the speed down on vehicles. These ones, I have a couple of these ones on my route, and I have to really go close to them like this, and then turn left, and I can't keep the wing in the, if I don't lift the wing up, I will touch the side and then go straight to that and then back again, and I can lower my wing because it's so narrow. I touch it almost every time, just a little tick touch. But if I don't lift my wing up, the truck gets wider, and then I will do an instant sign remover. I've done that also by mistake, of course. Whilst the FMX is a lot shorter, so I just do a slalom move or a flick on the wheel and I'm past. Good thing with the longer truck is that the wing is longer, so I can cope with wider roads. Car, I have to wait. We're up to the next crossing. And this road we are going into is not mine. Oh, really thick. Almost got stuck. Yes. Not from the beginning. I only had front mounted wing from the beginning, front mounted plow, but it's a couple of years since I got the wing, and it's really helpful. I would say it's not a real plow truck if you're only using the front one. I think I have a cutting edge steel that is a little bit loose. I can hear it bouncing around. I have to stop and check when we're done with the next road. I don't want to lose it. Gallons you have to Google, but it's a 500 liter fuel capacity, so 500 liters. I don't know what that is in gallons, but 500 liters. I think Google knows the answer to that. I don't. You know, we don't do freedom units in Sweden. The only we do is inches sometimes. If you're talking TVs are in inches, the size of the TV, the size of a speaker, a subwoofer, it's inches. But that's almost everything that is. When you're talking gallons, and if we will talk about inches and that, your tools, how in the hell do you learn a 5/16 of an inch? We have foxes, yes. Arctic foxes, let me translate that quick in my head. We have foxes, the red ones. But Arctic foxes, is that a white one? Or is it... Oh, now I feel stupid. I know this. But as I said about the tools, when you're measuring something, if you're measuring and cuts a piece of iron, it feels really strange with your measurements, but I guess that's what you're used to. No, I have never seen a white fox. I don't think we have it. Arctic fox. No, we don't. We have red ones, of course. What I really love about the red ones, you can almost get them somehow domestic. Is that the correct word? When I was working on a wind, we were building a wind power plant area up north. It started to come to us when we were having lunch, and we started tossing food to it, and it appeared every day on the exact time, and after a couple of months it was eating from our hand. So and in the spring it brought the kids, and we gave them food. The only bad thing with doing that is after 2 years when we left, how does it get food on its own? It's fun in the moment, but maybe it's bad to do that because they used to get food from us. When we leave, how do they get food then? But yeah, they are really easy to get them to eat directly from your hand. They don't have the trust issues like any other animal. No, not me neither. Here, we don't have them. I'm pretty sure we don't. And the crossing we're coming up to now, they are cleaning with wheel loader because it's hard to do with plow truck. You have to reverse onto the road. I don't want to do that because it's a full speed road. Yeah, not in Sweden. You have to go to like Svalbard in the North Norway to get the polar bears. We don't have them at all. So the biggest animal is the moose and the brown bear. And we have a lot of moose, of course. Yes, we have, of course. There. We don't call them white tail or vitsvans as that would be in Swedish. We just say deer. So if it's some type of different deer, I can't answer that. But yes, normal deer that we call just deer. That we have. Yes, many times. I don't hunt, but I fish a lot in the summer. I really love to go out in the lake cabin and do fishing in the morning or in the middle of the night in the summer, because we have the not really the midnight sun. You have to go a little bit further north, but it never gets dark in the summer, so you can go outside. It's daylight even in the middle of the night. So I think the sun sets for like 5 minutes or so it never gets dark. And if you go a little bit further north, passing the Arctic Circle, we have the midnight sun, but right here we don't. But it never gets dark. It's daylight around the clock in the summertime, so really nice and calm to fish in the night. That's a thing you did when you were when I was in my teens and my friends was in the middle of the night. You can let's go swim, and it was daylight. So those things I really missed when you were young and didn't and you have the summers free. It didn't matter if you slept the whole day, it was daylight in the night also. Then in the winter time it's the opposite. In the beginning of January, late December, beginning January, it's just daylight for 3 hours or so. And if you go further north, the sun never goes up. If you go to Kiruna, they have a polar night at least a couple of weeks every year. And if you go to Svalbard, it's like 3 months with no sun. Never been there, of course, but the further north you go, the brighter the days, the darker the nights in the winter. And the polar night is the opposite of a midnight sun, as you know. Oh, car, stop. Please wait for me. Thank you. That was nice. I always talk to them. I know they can't hear me, but I'm still talking to them. Oh, sorry. The morning rush hour traffic is on, but now the big roads are done, so now only the small roads left, 3 of them. Please move. Please move. Go, 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 go. This is what I mean. Oh, an electric Volkswagen bus, iBus to the left. They're starting to get more and more common, actually. Hello, bus. Now we can go. This crossing before we have any more traffic. I think the truck up on the hill is using its four-way flashes. Maybe it's broken down or something. Yes, it is. Oh, not my problem. Go, 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 go. Thank you. I will end this live in about 15 minutes if you have any more questions, because I have to give my kids a call and check that they are time and awake and ready for school. Just so you know. Dance. Cars, cars, cars. Go home. Don't be on the road when I'm on the road. Please. And the school bus. The road is quite narrow. Okay, he's waiting. Thank you. I was just about to say the road is wide here, so it's no problem. But if you want to wait, I'm just happy. Thank you. Now there's a wheel loader coming up. Railroad crossing, going slow. So what's the plan for the day, except for this? When I'm done plowing, I will go home, get some more sleep. Then tonight I promise to take my two girls to an ice hockey game, to watch Luleå ladies play. That's the plan for today, Friday. Then on Sunday and Monday there will be more live streams because they are forecasting a lot of snow. So if you want to join in on that, that will make me happy. But that's on Sunday afternoon. Swedish time, that is. That's Greenwich Mean Time plus 2 in the winter time. So that was all the snow drifts on the big roads. Wasn't that much, but now it's cleared. The Scania. I would say the Scania. Without a doubt. Right now at least. Because now I've driven this for 4 years. And I've already been here, so I can lift my plows up. Oh, just it. I have a pull out here I have to do. It's just a small one. And I think it's almost clear of snow. Yes, almost nothing on it. Let's do it anyway. Like that. Look back and plow up. Yes, yes, I liked it because it's easier to maneuver. That's 100% correct. But if you take an overall, this is nicer to drive. It's more comfy to drive. But to the FMX defense, I have all driven the model with the lowest cab, so it's a little bit cramped. And god morgon Niklas. Jag antar att du inte är i snösvängen idag. One of my best friends. Niklas. Lives not far away from here. But as I said, the defense to the FMX, I only driven the smallest one with the leaf spring suspension and not air suspension cab, and with the it's a little bit cramped. So, but that's how it was ordered. So it's not the truck's fault. If I got an air at least rear wheel air suspended and a little bit bigger cab, maybe I would say opposite. I work for a company. This is not my truck, but I drive this truck as if it is my own. I'm 100% in charge of services and repairs. I don't get the bills, but I will keep the truck nice and tidy. I'm the only one operating it. There's never, maybe if I'm sick, but it's rare occasions. When I'm on vacation, it's parked and not used. Jag var utan ström i morse, Niklas. Det var lite stök. kolla på vad jag laddar med personbilen. För jag stod inte så till att jag kunde. We have 2 R series. We have 1 S series. We have 2 Volvo 540s. The FH12 with 540 engines. That's gravel trucks. This is a hook truck. Do we have any more? We sold the 2 FMX we had, and we sold 1 older Volvo hook truck. We have another Volvo also, an older FH16. Nej, så jag fick hålla på och jag laddade ena batteriet i 20 minuter och sen bytte jag till det andra och laddade en kvart och sen startade jag och då startade den. Det är ändå lite stök. Så jag får låta bli att lämna radion igång en vecka när man inte ska köra något. Men det löste sig, så jag är typ 2 timmar sen, men det är så lite snö, det är bara drevsnö, så det är ingen fara. As I said, I'm about to end the live here because I have to call and check that my kids are awake and ready for school. So thank you everybody for tuning in on this live stream. There will be more next week because they are forecasting a lot of snow. So just turning around here. I'm gonna check my cutting edge steels on my plow because I think one was loose. I heard it rattle. So I will check that. Have a nice day or evening or whatever you are doing. Oh, almost lost his sign there. Yeah, good talking to you too. See you in the next one. And have a nice day.